Building your personal AWS Innovation Hub, a consultant's guide to creating a custom landing zone. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. As a consultant, having a personal AWS landing zone tailored to your unique needs can be a game changer for innovation and experimentation. This podcast will explain why you should create an individual landing zone, how to align it with professional standards, and the steps to build and optimize it for your projects. Why create a personal landing zone? Creating a personal AWS landing zone is more than just setting up a sandbox. It's about establishing a controlled environment that mirrors professional-grade infrastructure. This setup allows you to experiment, prototype, and test new ideas without the constraints of client or corporate environments. Moreover, it helps you stay updated with AWS best practices, ensuring your skills and knowledge remain sharp and relevant. Aligning personal projects with professional standards. When building your landing zone, aligning it with the standards and best practices you apply in your professional work is crucial. This alignment ensures consistency, making transitioning innovations and experiments from personal projects to client solutions easier. Adopting the same security protocols, account structures, and C/CD pipelines ensures your environment remains as robust and scalable as any enterprise-grade setup. Choosing the right framework. Customizations for AWS Control Tower, CFCT, versus Landing Zone Accelerator. AWS offers various frameworks for establishing a landing zone, two popular choices being customizations for AWS Control Tower, CFCT, and the Landing Zone Accelerator. Customizations for AWS Control Tower, CFCT. This option is ideal if you want a managed service that provides guardrails and out-of-the-box automation. CFCT allows for easy customization and extension, making it a great choice if you need a balance between control and convenience. Landing Zone Accelerator. If you require a more tailored approach with additional customization capabilities, the Landing Zone Accelerator is the way to go. This framework is designed for those who need to implement complex landing zones with specific compliance and operational requirements. Choosing between these frameworks depends on your specific needs, including the level of customization required and the scale of your projects. Landing Zone Account Structure, essential and supplemental accounts for personal projects. An effective landing zone requires a well-thought-out account structure. For personal projects, consider the following accounts. Essential accounts. Management account, central control point for your landing zone. Security account, this is for centralized logging and security monitoring. Shared services account, hosts shared resources like VPNs, bastions, and other infrastructure components. Supplemental accounts. Development account, this is for developing and testing projects. Staging account, a replica of the production environment for final testing. Production account, this is for deploying projects that are ready for public or client use. This structure ensures that your environment remains organized and scalable, making it easier to manage resources and costs. Streamlining account creation, automating the process with AWS samples. Managing multiple accounts manually can be time-consuming. Thankfully, AWS provides sample automation scripts that can streamline account creation. The AWS Samples repository on GitHub offers ready-to-use solutions to automate the setup of new accounts, configure service control policies, SCPs, and establish organization-wide guardrails. Leveraging these samples allows you to maintain consistency across accounts and reduces the risk of manual errors. Building with Service Catalog products, creating C/CD pipelines for generic projects and S3 hosted websites. AWS Service Catalog enables you to create, manage, and deploy approved products in your landing zone. Consider setting up C/CD pipelines as Service Catalog products for personal projects. This approach lets you quickly deploy pipelines for various projects, including generic application deployments and S3 hosted static websites. Standardizing these products ensures that your projects adhere to best practices and are easily reproducible. Code commit repository and pre-filled files, setting up a strong foundation for development. Establishing a solid foundation for your projects is critical. Start by creating a code commit repository pre-filled with boilerplate code and configuration files. This repository is the starting point for all your projects, ensuring consistency and speeding up the initial setup process. To streamline development further, include scripts for setting up infrastructure, C/CD pipelines, and security configurations. Pipeline visibility and notifications, integrating AWS chatbot for Slack updates. Keeping track of your C/CD pipeline status is vital, especially in a personal landing zone where you may not have an entire team monitoring the environment. Integrating AWS chatbot with Slack provides real-time updates on your pipeline's progress, ensuring you're always informed of builds, deployments, and potential issues. This integration enhances your ability to quickly manage and respond to events, minimizing downtime and accelerating innovation. Key takeaways: the value and learning opportunities of building your landing zone. Building your own AWS landing zone offers immense value. It provides a hands-on way to experiment with new AWS services, architectures, and workflows. It also presents continuous learning opportunities, keeping you at the forefront of cloud technology and best practices. By aligning your projects with professional standards, you ensure that your skills are directly transferable to client work, enhancing your effectiveness as a consultant. This podcast should equip you with the knowledge and tools to build a personal AWS landing zone that fosters innovation, aligns with professional standards, and streamlines your project workflows. Happy building! Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.